1570 KMCD, Monday morning. Lee Muntz in for Steve Smith, but here as usual, Detra Dettmann from the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce, our Chamber Talk Spotlight Show. Good morning, Detra.
Good morning, Lee.
And yeah, I know you've brought along a guest that I'll have you introduce, but let's talk about some of the things that have been going on and coming up this week.
Absolutely. So last week I'd like to share some information about our retail and restaurant managers working group that we've had going. We had our third meeting, and we met last Monday. And coming out of that group, a couple of different initiatives. One is working with local businesses to help make sure they appear up on the first page of Google by having their profile filled out completely. We know this is really important as people are making impulse choices as to where they want to eat or where maybe they want to shop in a town they're visiting. And we're going to have a workshop that's how to appear on that first page in 3 easy steps on Wednesday, May 17th from 8 to 10 at the Indian Hills Computer Lab. Also, we're working on a map of retail businesses and restaurants that will be available to distribute, particularly, again, for folks that we know coming from out of town so they know where else to shop. And we welcome folks to join us for that monthly meeting. Our next one's going to be May 22nd at Overland, again, from 8 to 9 in the morning. We also had an awesome business after hours at the Carnegie Museum last Thursday. Full crowd, and was scheduled to go till 5 till 7. I was there till 7:30. Wonderful to see folks, and again, they celebrated 125 years, so that was great. Coming up, we've got a week from today, Fairfield Works. Again, this is our program to try to connect high schoolers to local businesses, and we first were at Cambridge, and next Monday we're going to be at Agra Industrial Plastics. So again, we're taking advantage of no school Monday in-service days to get students out to visit these businesses and learn about the jobs that are there and other things that might help them prepare for their career. So kids can sign up. It's open to any high schooler, and they can sign up at the office there at the high school. Also coming up next Wednesday, we've got Young Professionals of Fairfield is going to be having a little talk during their lunch hour on how millennials connect with Fairfield. This is going to be held at Yummy's from 12 to 1. And the idea behind this conversation is for us to get some input as a chamber as to what programming and events we can offer to be more attractive to that group. So we want to continue to be relevant to our younger professionals coming forward. Then also looking ahead, we've got Blast Off in June, the Blast Off Party on Thursday, June 8th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. at Walton Club. Open to everyone. So whether you're a golfer or not, please come join us. And if you're not golfing in the tournament, it's just $25. And there's drinks, refreshments, appetizers, and a live band, Van and the Movers.
So entertainment and food.
Absolutely. So it should be a lot of fun. And people who came to our annual banquet had a great social hour, and it's going to be just like that, perhaps even better. And then we also have the tournaments coming up. The Ladies Blast Off tournament will be on Friday, June 9th, and Men's Blast Off will be Friday, June 16th. Again, with the work happening at the Fairfield Golf and Country Club, Blast Off this year will be held for both men and women at the Walton Club. And we are taking registrations for teams, so give our office a call. Now we're ready for my guest, right?
All right, you betcha, Detra.
Awesome. Well, joining me this morning, excited, we've got Stuart Libby, who is I say newish resident to Fairfield, moved here last summer, and he's an artist and custom framer at Henderson Custom Framing and Gallery. So good morning, Stuart.
Good morning. Thank you.
So I had a chance to meet Stuart shortly after I started the chamber last summer when I was meeting different folks, and I was just so impressed. You were a delight to visit with, and I've had a chance to meet with you several times since, and our ambassador visit was great. So we're thrilled to have you in the community. Let's first start talking about where you work at Henderson's Custom Framing and Gallery. Can you remind our listeners where Henderson's is located and what services you offer there?
Yes, Henderson's is located on the north side of the square on Broadway, and it's very convenient to the downtown area. And we offer basically archival picture framing, and which means that all the materials we use is ragboard, 100% archival, so your work will be good for the ages. And we also offer museum glass, which is the top category.
Wow,
of glass.
That's fantastic. And I know when we were at, I was visiting with you at the Business After Hours last week, and we saw several folks that have been bringing their work in, and that from that. So we're really fortunate to have that kind of specialized service still available in a community of our size. But we know in addition to the custom framing, there's also a gallery there. So what can you share with us about the gallery?
Yes, that's a little space we have, and local artists can show their work there, and it's all original, opposed to work that's prints or work that's from out of town. And so we try to emphasize local and original artwork. And right now we're planning a little show this coming Friday, actually, that's going to be part of the art walk.
Great.
And we're looking forward to that.
Good. Well, you want to tell us a little bit more about what you've got planned for Friday?
Sure. It's going to be two people, Chad Starling and myself, actually. And Chad Starling is a must-see artist. His work is, I can't describe it on the radio, actually, but it's very, very intricate and detailed, and I can't believe it when I see it. So you literally have to come in and see it. And
Excellent.
Unfortunately for Fairfield, he and his family are moving away in about a month or two. So this is almost a last chance to see his work here.
Okay.
And then my work is going to be on display as well. And my work consists of oils on paper. And they're all original individual paintings. And I do them with a brayer, which is part of the printmaking family, which you use a brayer for in linoleum block and wood block printing. So it's a little unusual.
Wonderful.
And I encourage people to come out and see that too.
Absolutely. So again, we mentioned that this is the first Friday coming up of May, and it will be a gallery walk, so it's perfect that you're going to be featuring those two shows at Henderson's. And let's see, I believe I saw on the flyer you had put out that the opening reception was going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
All right, perfect. And just to remind folks to check that out along with the other galleries. There's going to be a passport available for folks to go to the different galleries and then turn in at Icon Gallery for a drawing at the end of the evening. But as we wrap up, Stuart, now that you've lived in Fairfield, I know you came last summer and you survived your first Iowa winter. You are from Georgia. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
So can you tell us something that you've found that you really love about the community since you've been here?
Well, I like the diversity of people who have moved here or are visiting, and I love to listen to their stories, why they came here, and they've stayed. And Iowa is a known quantity down in Georgia. We've heard about it, and we heard about Fairfield. So it's something I'm glad that I've been able to explore.
That's great. Excellent. Well, and we're thrilled to have you in our lovely city as well, and that you'll be showcasing your work. So I encourage everyone to come check out Stuart's work, Chad's work at Henderson's Custom Framing Gallery on Friday night, and along with the other galleries in town. So it'll be kind of a traditional art walk on Fairfield's First Fridays. So anything else, Stuart, that you'd like to share?
No, well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Wonderful. Thank you. And remember, Henderson's is on the north side of the square. It's been there a while, but if you haven't been in for a while, check it out.
Yeah, First Friday Art Walk, always a great thing. It's just become a standard thing to do every month in Fairfield.
Absolutely. And now that it's warming up, so yeah. We'll really be feeling the summer season underway. So
yeah, and it is supposed to be warmer this weekend than last weekend.
Yes, and I believe dry as I'm watching the forecast.
Exactly. That's probably the most beneficial, especially if you're going to be out strolling around the various galleries in Fairfield.
Exactly.
So what else is going on, Detra?
Wow, we have a really busy week, actually. So starting with today, we are continuing with the art portfolio for kids 7 and up that happens at the Go Jindy Cafe at the Rec Center. I've mentioned this last few weeks, and that's after school from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. And then we have a training which is happening tonight, sponsored by the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Customer Service and Hospitality Training. This will be at 7 p.m. at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center, and it's free. And who should attend? Well, you might guess the likely suspects would be community tourism leaders, employees who interact with visitors, managers of retail shops, restaurants, attractions, hotels, gas stations, convenience stores, but also the general public. We've all had an opportunity to meet with folks that are new to town and touring town, and how can we be the most welcoming, inviting community and provide that welcoming experience to folks. So check that out tonight at the Convention Center at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and as Stuart pointed out, you get to know people, and one of the great things, if you put that first foot forward in a positive way, it's just a great thing for our community.
It really is. And I've been felt so fortunate at the Chamber that we get to interact with so many folks. Either they call in and are thinking of visiting Fairfield or moving to Fairfield and ask us what we love about it. So I love to share those stories. Or folks that are dropping in that are in town either for a while or, again, recently moved here. So we love the influx.
You bet. You only get one chance at a first impression.
It's so true. It's so true. So tomorrow, on Tuesday, we have Gardening with Children is happening at the Extension office. And this is a course for childcare providers in home daycare, community daycare, and preschool settings. And we'll talk about different ways to incorporate gardening into your activities. Also happening tomorrow night is open mic night at the Hideaway Pub. And that'll be from 7 to 10 p.m. And the Hideaway is at 113.5 North Court. So if you haven't found it, take a look around. You'll see their beautiful facility that's been recently updated. Also, tomorrow night, we have Fairfield Classics and Improvisations at 7:30 at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts. Delightful evening of classical music and improvisations featuring Fairfield musicians Dee Sandquist on organ, Gary Roth on clarinet, Steve Hillis on piano, Werner Elmker on piano, and Iowa City musician Jeffrey Agrell, hopefully I'm saying that right, on French horn. So many wonderful musicians that we're blessed with in our community. On Wednesday, May 3rd, Powerful Tools for Caregivers continues. This is a series at the Extension office from 1:30 to 3. And this is to help provide tools for folks that are dealing with caring for an adult with chronic conditions. Also, we have Fairfield Farmers Outdoor Market. So the first one, Wednesday. So back on Wednesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. at Howard Park. And I know there'll be rhubarb for sure because my patch and the asparagus are going full bore. Also on Wednesday, dog obedience practice at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds from 6 to 8 p.m. For more information, contact Linda Selby at 641-295-9105. And we love to partner with our young professionals and promote what they're doing. The young professionals of Fairfield are also meeting Wednesday night. They're celebrating Cinco de Mayo a little early. This will be May 3rd. They're going to meet at Rhonda's from 5:30 to 7 p.m. and take advantage of Rhonda's discounted margaritas on Wednesday. So again, Young Professionals is open to young professionals from ages 21 to 40. Sadly, I am just a little bit too old. But we love that they're an active group in our community. On Friday, May 5th, the Rotary Club of Fairfield has their noon meeting, and their speaker will be talking about the cutting edge of neurology, and that's at the Fairfield Golf and Country Club. There is a webinar at the Extension office called All Bugs, Good and Bad, Ticks, from 1 to 2 p.m., again at the Extension office. This is a Master Gardener webinar series held the first Friday of the month at 1 p.m. and open to the public. And Fairfield First Fridays, the gallery hop that we just talked about, from 6 to 9:30 p.m. And again, it's focusing on art, a stroll from different venues, get a passport, come check out the different exhibitions at Henderson's, as well as a number of other places. And you can get all the details at fairfieldsfirstfridays.org. And we also have a special performance happening Friday night, Churchill, written and performed by Andrew Edlin. I just saw him on the street as I was coming in. 7:30 p.m. at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts. And I had a chance to see this a few years ago, so an excellent production. And Andrew is reviving this production to help benefit the African Violet Foundation and for the Fairfield Middle School Goal class field trips.
Very talented man.
Yes, he is. And we're, again, so lucky to have him in our community. Saturday, May 6th, the first Saturday Fairfield Farmers Outdoor Market. And again, Saturday's supposed to be a beautiful day. Howard Park from 8 to 1. Pamper Your Ladies Day, a vendor show at the Best Western Fairfield Inn from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring all types of products. Some of those mentioned Mary Kay, Tupperware, Touchstone Crystal, Jamberry, Pampered Chef, Cupcakes 31, and more. And this is also a big event folks look forward to, the Jefferson County Relay for Life, happening downtown from 1 to 9 p.m. And a Habitat Dinner Gala on Saturday evening at 6 p.m. at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. So again, another way to help promote and support that important effort, Habitat for Humanity. And as we round out the week that will be on Sunday, May 7th, we've got karaoke at the Hideaway Pub. and that's going to be from 5 to 9 p.m. And with their new programming, they're featuring karaoke every other Sunday, and then they're going to have alternate that with other entertainment that will be in their outdoor patio, weather permitting.
Yeah, and like you pointed out, recently renovated, so stop by, check it out.
Yes, we had an ambassador visit there several months ago, and it's beautiful, and they've got a great story as well. So.
Yep, in the alley just off the northeast corner of the square.
Exactly, so perfect.
All right, well, and I did want to clarify, the first outdoor farmers market is Saturday. The first Wednesday will be a week from this Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So just want to make sure.
We maybe had that wrong in our calendar.
Yeah,
so Thank you for that correction.
No problem.
So look forward to Saturday, the big kickoff.
You bet. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tim Smith, I want to say, is providing musical entertainment, classic country folk musical entertainment by Tim Smith. And again, then it starts Wednesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. on the 10th.
Perfect.
All right, Detra,
Sounds
thanks
good.
for coming up.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
And thanks to Stuart for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you both on our Chamber Talk 1570 KMCD Spotlight show for this Monday morning.